You already know what it is, family. Chauncey, aka the Black Separatist, GMOGMediaTV, live in the flesh. Got a new little setup, just trying something different. You know what I mean? But real quick, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I've been making these, commentary videos since 2015. And I just cover topics regarding issues pertaining to Black society. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. But anyway, just wanted to share my thoughts about Terry Crews, who has been going on Twitter recently, going on social media, and going after people like D.L Hughley, Tariq Nasheed, about his run-in sexual assault case that he settled with this guy you're looking at right here. This guy, Adam Venit, who was a Hollywood agent. Now, a guy as big as Terry Crews is a former football player. As y'all know, y'all see Terry Crews, he's huge. He's like 6'5", 275, linebacker type build, large man, right? And he was sexually assaulted again by this guy you're looking at right here. Let me blow up my screen so y'all can see. Y'all see him, right? This guy right here. Dude looks like he's about 5'6", 5'7". So the thing about it is that when a black man that big, that muscular, 275, former athlete, just a menacing size, when you're a man, especially in this society, and you get sexually assaulted by a troglodyte that looks like a pygmy. He's very small in stature, this dude right here, Adam Venit, who apparently grabbed his balls, according to Terry Crews, and in front of his wife, actually, in front of Terry Crews' wife, sexually assaulted him. He said it lasted for 30 seconds, thought it was a joke, but Terry Crews, obviously didn't feel comfortable with that and allowed that to happen. The thing about it is, when something like that happens and you're a guy that big, society is going to actually think it's a joke. They're gonna laugh at the situation, because how can a guy that big, like a Terry Crews, and I like Terry Crews, but how can a guy that big allow someone like this to do that to you, especially in front of your wife, regardless if it was a joke or not? Like this guy here, who looks like, again, he looks like he's about 5'6", 5'7". I think this is his wife. Guy's short compared to, and just short and nowhere near the shape, the physical attributes that Terry Crews has. And he allowed this little guy to do this to him. So people are going to naturally laugh at you, especially when a man is caught in that situation, a man of the stature and the size of a Terry Crews, right? It's societal for that to happen, because it's not natural for that to happen to a man, especially that stature. It's very unusual. So when you see people like D.L Hughley and Tariq Nasheed, right, making light of the situation, you shouldn't be surprised by that, Terry Crews. I mean, you're a big ass black dude, and I'm pretty sure in his mind, Adam Venit's mind, you're a big black nigger. You're a buck nigger. That's what he thinks. That's what he thinks of you. Being able to grab your balls and emasculate you in front of your wife. That's the biggest telltale thing right there. He was able to emasculate Terry Crews in front of his own damn wife right here. This is Terry Crews' wife. So he was able to emasculate him, basically take his manhood or test his manhood in front of Terry Crews' wife. I don't care. Well, first of all, for me, I wouldn't be put in that situation to begin with, because to be quite honest, I don't hang around white folks. You know what I'm saying? Like that on a leisure level. So I wouldn't even put myself in that position to be physically assaulted by a guy like Adam Venit. So, you know, I wouldn't even allow myself to be in that situation, let alone being around white people where they are able to physically touch you at a leisure event. It's not going to happen to me. I'm a knock on wood, but I can't see myself in that situation. I just can't. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? But there was an article that just posted on essence.com basically defending Terry Crews and saying that people like D.L Hughley and Tariq Nasheed were wrong in bashing Terry Crews. They should be defending Terry Crews, right? In his sexual assault situation. Now, the thing about this family is that, you know, Terry Crews settled with this dude, Adam Venit. So apparently a settlement case with an undisclosed amount of money was good enough for Terry Crews. You know, you have Me Too, you have the Me Too movement, of course, and you have the victims of the Me Too movement. And of course, you know, in my opinion, I think the Me Too movement, you know, is a tactic to, especially for black society, it is a tactic to keep black people docile and to control them and manipulate them. Now, I'm not minimizing the Me Too movement in terms of sexual assault cases, rape, etc. Those things do happen, but there are people who actually use the Me Too movement as a con game. And those are straight facts. Those are straight facts. You have victims who are con artists, so-called victims, I should say, who are con artists using the Me Too movement just to cash out, right? Trying to exacerbate a situation where they may have had an encounter with a male and they may have shaken their hand, but they want to, let's say someone shook their hand, right? And then they want to exaggerate the situation and say, well, he shook my hand and then he grabbed my butt and looked at me in a sexual manner. And they can say that and say that's sexual assault and then try to get some money out the dude. That's what I mean by abusing the Me Too movement. You know what I'm saying? And a lot, it is a con game. It is a con game. It can be used as a con game to get, obviously, money, you know. But going back to this article indicates, you know, they're trying to basically defend Terry Crews by saying that D.L Hughley and Tariq Nasheed are wrong for bashing Terry Crews for his sexual assault case. And they're going in on Tariq Nasheed by saying he's, of course, misogynistic. You notice that especially mainstream media, conglomerates, and especially white-owned mainstream media conglomerates, and Essence magazine was white-owned. They were with Time magazine, I believe, but now they were bought and they're now independent. So they're technically black-owned, but they still have a white supremacist agenda, in my opinion, just to please their sponsors, basically. But they're trying to basically demonize Tariq Nasheed by saying he's misogynistic, and they're gonna go with the typical he was a pimp, the pimp angle, and he bashed women by making them objects. That's a typical tactic that I've seen many white-owned publications try to demonize Tariq Nasheed, and that's an old tactic that's been played out. I've seen it. And you know, Terry Crews also was going after D.L Hughley. They were going back and forth on Twitter. And here's one of the responses from Terry Crews going after D.L Hughley. He says, "So, sir, if you truly feel that is a correct way to deal with toxic behavior, shall I slap the shit out of you?" Right? That's replying to D.L Hughley. See, the problem with that statement is that, you know, Terry Crews, you didn't slap the shit out of Adam Venit. Adam Venit's still living, still breathing. He's not even locked up. You didn't have that same energy towards Adam Venit, whatever the hell his name is, that you got towards a black man, as in D.L Hughley and Tariq Nasheed. You want to have that physical, I'm gonna slap the shit out of D.L Hughley energy, right? But you don't want to have that same energy to Adam Venit. The only energy that you wanted from Adam Venit was a goddamn settlement for an undisclosed amount of money. That's it. So, you know, God forbid I'm a victim of sexual assault. I don't want no goddamn money. Well, I should take that back. I do want money, but I just don't want that. I want the person that sexually, I'm hypothetical. Like I said, I can't see myself in that situation. But hypothetically, if I was sexually assaulted by some other white male, I'm not only going to go after money, I want this guy to be in jail, in prison, locked up to the full extent of the law. And so, Terry Crews, I guess the settlement was just enough for you. And of course, you didn't want to slap the shit out of Adam Venit in comparison to D.L Hughley. Right? So that's all I'm saying. Keep that same energy for the person that sexually assaulted you. Go back and slap the shit out of Adam Venit. Go back and do that. You know what I'm saying? This is what it looks like. I mean, look, like I said, it looks like he's about 5'6", 5'7". He looks short as hell. You know, gotta be in his late 40s, early 50s. Nowhere near your shape at all. You know what I'm saying? So you can easily take this dude out. Period. But you didn't. You didn't slap the shit out of him. You didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's comical for a guy of Terry Crews' stature to allow this to happen, especially in front of his wife. When, you know, now that he saw the video that D.L Hughley did on Vlad TV, a culture vulture, by the way, which that video's been out for a long ass time. He finally saw it, and he has some words to say to D.L Hughley now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, all I'm saying, man, keep that same energy for Adam Venit, whatever the hell his name is. Slap the shit out of him, and put him in prison, and make an example out of him, because these white supremacists, they make an example out of us all the time, even if we're dead, like Michael Jackson. And you know, they're coming out with this documentary against Michael Jackson, basically saying that he was a child molester, and all the victims are coming out the woodworks, and they're basically trying to destroy this man's music catalog worth billions of dollars. So white supremacists, they are ruthless, and white supremacy and white supremacists are ruthless, emotionalists. They are sociopathic thinkers. They don't care about your well-being. They don't care about your being dead. They keep going after you. They punish you. They want to make an example out of you. And that's what you need to do with this dude, Adam Venit. Not just settle this out of court for an undisclosed amount of money. Make an example out of Adam Venit so that, you know, your Me Too and your sexual assault, your sexual assault, I guess your story can be more, I guess I could say more impactful, I should say. It can be more impactful if you make it a prime example out of this guy, so that you can set the tone where if you sexually assault a black man, Terry Crews, someone like Terry Crews, is going to get money out of you and put you in prison for a long ass time. Right? That's what you should have did, and slap the shit out of him too. Right? Set that example. But again, Terry Crews didn't do it, and he wants to slap the shit out of D.L Hughley. So energy is not the same. It's not the same. So those are my thoughts about that, family. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about Terry Crews trying to slap the shit out of D.L Hughley and going after Tariq Nasheed. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think of this new setup as well. I got the setup with my camera. I had this BO camera for probably about a year, but I've never really messed with the settings like that. So now I'm using this replace backdrop setting. I don't have a green screen. So I'm just using this to see how it goes. Let me know what you guys think about this new background. You know what I mean? Let me know what you guys think, man. And make sure you follow me on Instagram at GMOGMediaTV. All right, family. Until next time, Chauncey, GMOGMediaTV, signing out. Peace.